Want to change your life in less than 4 months? Visit patreon.com/Patry12.
Allegedly, this movie called The Hot Chick has a hidden meaning. And spoiler alert, if you haven't watched this movie before, I'd recommend watching the movie before this video, because there will be a lot of spoilers in here. And as of the making of this video, it's free to watch on Tubi, and Tubi is free and legal. It's owned by Fox. So yeah, thank me by subscribing to the channel and liking the video. So I had a dream a day or two before watching The Hot Chick, and it was very weird, but it actually correlated with this movie. And the hidden meaning about this movie flew over my head for so many years. I've seen this movie so many times, and I realized the hidden meaning of this movie, and just because of the weird dream I had before watching it. If not, I probably would have never realized it. So I dreamed I was in a big room filled with a bunch of fine females, and I stared at the cuties, but I zoomed into them, and it was like if I had x-ray vision like Superman Soldier Boy tell him. And I actually saw what was inside these beauties, and what I saw a man in them. It's like if I saw their spirit. And to make it easy to understand, imagine a man with a huge beard, right? Now imagine that same man, but putting on a suit that makes him look like a whole different person, and it looks 100% real, just like that weird SpongeBob episode called I Had an Accident. But now he looks like a fine female. And after I saw that weird stuff in my dream, I just woke up. And since I know that dreams can come from the God of Gods or from the enemy, yeah, I'm a seer, but for the God of Gods. And truth be told, I thought it was the chicks from the hub that were fooling around with their love magic, or their $3X magic. Again, I thought it was just them because they love to throw away thousands of dollars of their OnlyFans savings account on me to try to make me join their Marine Kingdom club to empower females so they can destroy and rule over men forever. But I just ignored the dream, and since I had free time, I watched The Hot Chick that night with my brother. And since I only saw this movie before on the free antenna TV all these years, I had no idea I saw a censored version of the movie for over, I don't know, 15 years. So I saw some extra content that I had never seen before. And yeah, it wasn't pretty. Okay, it wasn't pretty, but I will admit it was pretty funny. And this Bob Marley wannabe great value looking silly goose was just talking about the tree and where you could put it. And it made me remember how some tribes in other places like Africa, Haiti, I don't know, I don't remember, but they roll one up. That's if they are on a budget, because pre-rolled cost more. Don't ask me how I know that. And after they roll one up and light it up and do what they have to do, they get hyper. And since then King is a saint and it opens people up to demons and spirits, they get hyper, right? And they do their rituals and their witchcraft and all that juju stuff. And I said, oh, that's why that guy works in that ugly witchcraft /strap resort in California. He gets hyper to do rituals in there with the lost sister of Rasputin. But that has nothing to do with my weird dream about the females that seem to be, sus Skittles gang members. So let's get back to work. So there's this scene in the beginning of the movie when the spirit of this chick goes to this guy's body, and the spirit of this guy goes to this chick's body. And when I saw this scene, I instantly remembered the dream I had, and I was like, and that's when I realized I should have brought the container filled with popcorn that was in the dining room into my room, and the delicious sour bites into my room to watch the movie. But since I didn't feel like getting up, and since I'm trying to get rid of my six-pack, I had to stay on my bed to watch the rest of the movie. And then after this chick or this guy, I don't know, this movie is confusing when you barely start watching it from here. Yeah, this happened to my dad a while back. He kept asking what was going on in this movie because he didn't understand it for over 90 minutes, and I never told him what was going on. So he thought the movie was actually about a guy that likes... Okay, back to how this movie correlates with my weird dream. Sorry, I promise I won't wander off again, at least not again in this video. When this guy screamed, "Where is my?" That's when I realized that this movie is all about how men have an feminine spirit and women have a masculine spirit. And I know what you're thinking, who cares? Well, I do, because let's be honest, most men nowadays are like they were women, and women are like if they're men. That's weird, and this movie is all predictive programming, and it tells you what truly is going on nowadays. And this movie is old, it came out 20 years ago. But whoa, it's spiritual. Just look at that. Wow, and look at that. Witchcraft is real. And let's be honest, the Skittle gang in this year weren't as prominent now. Just go outside, smell some grass. It seems like almost everybody is on some Skittles. And if you wonder why a lot of people are on some Skittles, it's because almost everybody watches the hub, the OnlyFans, just like this big dummy over here. And when somebody does that, the demons that the people have that they watch on screen almost on a daily basis can jump on the people. And a lot of people in the hub don't even like the opposite gender, especially the men. Most of those guys look real tough with their muscular bodies, and they end up slamming the bar and the soap on the floor until it turns into liquid hand soap. I'm serious about this spirit jumping thing. It's real. Just look at this fool with the high heels. The Skittles spirit probably jumped on him because his dad opened the spiritual door and it attached to him, or maybe he's watching the websites himself. I don't know. And remember, if you ever have a child, if you don't already have one, and he acts up like this guy, pull out the Louis V belt and do what you gotta do to get him out of the chimney shoes. And do it when no one is looking. Check your surroundings, because if you live in the USA, the children have more power than than their own parents because the president is on some Skittles.